Hi everybody, it's Julie from Artfully You, and today we're going to be painting our version of Mirror Lake appreciating Frank Carmichael from the group of 7. Let's go.
Do you want us to start doing our thumbnail drawing on our canvas as you're doing your red on your thing, or
Up
should we wait for
to
you?
you. I'm going to paint mine red and then I'm going to be sketching out anyway. But if you feel confident to have a go at the thumbnail, then go ahead. If you want, I will show you I can put the original on the camera while I paint mine red. Do you want to have a go at sketching it out?
Sure, I'm pretty slow.
That's okay. I'm going to be doing it anyway. Okay.
Do we have to do that with a pencil or with a?
Don't worry, I'll guide you, Jocelyn, because I'm going to be.
Okay, I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Julie, I know you're really busy at the moment, but if at some point you could send a copy of that painting, I could print it off. We find it really helpful to have it in front of us too.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to put it in front while I do that. Okay. I'll put it into the chat. Okay, give me a second. This will take me a minute. Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to work my screen so I can still see everything. Yeah, I've got Zoom open, so it's not letting me do it. Hold on. I don't want to lose you while I'm doing this. My computer's good, but it'll only allow so many things. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me a minute. I don't have it to hand, so the original. So just give me a second. If you need it, it'll take me a minute. Are you able to just do a photograph of it? I just can't find it at the moment because I've got lots of different screens open.
You want to? Are we going to be painting yours or the original?
You're going to be painting mine. I can't find the original right now and kind of got too many screens open.
Okay,
do you mind just taking a picture of this?
Oh, okay. That's fine with me.
Okay?
Thank you.
It's just a little bit tricky for me right now.
Oh, we can just keep checking our phone.
Yeah, I don't have it to hand, so sorry.
No worries. No worries.
I don't want to delay any longer. So okay. So if you want to take a picture of this, I'm going to take a screenshot and then I can send it. Or if you have cameras ready, that would be more helpful for me because it would save me having to delay anymore. Okay, I'm going to lift this up so that you can still see both.
Okay, we got our screenshot and our copy made. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Can you see both right now?
Yeah,
That's good.
looks good.
Okay, right.
Which red are you using? I have crimson red and cadmium red, and it
This
seems
this
fibers
doesn't
are
really
all-
matter because it's the background, so I'm just using, this is like it's called Nathol red, Nathol crimson, but it doesn't really matter because it's just the background, and there's going to be a watered down version. So whichever red you have most of and handy, because it's just a background color.
Excuse me, what size brush, Julie, are you using for the background?
Oh, this is an awesome brush I actually got from Dollarama. It's a 1.5 inch.
Oh, that's a good
I
size to
know,
have
it was
for
amazing.
background. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
Thank
$4 from Dollarama.
Oh, actually, I bought once and I had to caution people because I was looking for a 1 3/4 inch flat. And I ended up buying these things and they were the right size, but they were for metal. And when I painted on it, the hairs came out. It was like horsehair.
Oh no, yeah, you never want the hog hair brushes ever with acrylic. They're terrible.
Yeah, there was an accident. I was just looking at the sizes, but it was for metal. So I think it would be still coming out for metal. I don't know.
Metal, wow.
They were in the dollar store. They were cheap. So I don't know what I'll
Yeah.
do with them.
Well,
Anyway,
I've been bought hog hair brushes, and I know people have paid a lot of money for them, but I can't stand them. They're supposed to be for watercolor, but I don't even like them for watercolor. Never buy hog hair. They're just really nasty brushes. Does everybody have a nice weekend?
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was the start
Got
of our
out
March.
walking.
Sorry?
Dressed up warm and got out walking
Oh,
both
yeah.
days. It was good.
And it's going to be gorgeous on Thursday. It's going to be 17 degrees on Thursday.
Oh,
It's
for
gonna
St.
be
Pat's. Oh, that's nice.
so nice on Thursday.
Wish I could go to a party.
I know.
Usually do.
I
Well,
know.
the Toronto parade is on the 20th. If anybody's in the mood for a parade.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'll watch it on TV.
Yeah, I just Toronto scares me. It's just so big and busy. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna want a brush that you can do a little bit of detail with. So I would say not too big a brush for your sketch. Maybe a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch flat would be a good one, or a round. We're not going to be spending too much time on the sketch anyway. We're just going to be putting in the basic shapes, but I would say just get a brush that you can have some control over. You want sort of thin down black paint, and you only want the paint on the end of the brush just so you've got some control over it. Okay.
You thin it with what?
Thin it with just a bit of water. Yeah.
Okay.
So something like a round would be good, or you could use a 1/2 inch flat. So whichever one you feel you have the most control over. I might have a little play about with both today. And we're gonna do the sketch. Okay, so I tend to scoop up a little bit of my paint, move it to another area. So there's my main black, moved it over here. And then I dip my brush in my water and just put a couple of drops of water in, and kind of maybe another drop water there. It's just easier to work with thin down paint. And it's very tempting to use the brush as it is fully loaded, but see how much paint on the brush. I'm not going to have any control over that much paint, so I'm going to wipe it off with my paper towel and then just pick up what I need, just a little bit on the tip. Okay, and I just want to check everything's within the camera. Yeah, you can see everything here.
All good.
Okay, great. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is establish these rocks in the foreground, and then I'm going to work backwards just with my sketch. So I'm going to start. So I'm painting on a different shape. So this is rectangular, this is square. So everything will be stretched out a little bit on this one. But this one I think is a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12. I think it might be a, let's see, just so I can tell you the proportions. Yeah, this is a 12 by 12. So I think this is a 9 by 12, this one, so just slightly different. So I'm just going to go about 3 fingers, 4 fingers from the bottom and do a little oval shape. So again, this is not going to be perfect, Frank Carmichael. It's just going to be my interpretation. Now, what did you call them, Leanne? Whales?
Yes, beached whales on the way
Beach
to a
whale-
party.
Beach whales on the way to a party. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to be putting in the basic shapes today. And the nice thing is, because it's a sketch, it doesn't matter if we overlap. My hair dries upstairs because I had an event yesterday, and when I got there, it was cancelled. So all my stuff is still upstairs. It was so annoying. Went all the way to Aldershot. So because this is on a rectangular canvas and this is on a square, everything will be moved up a bit. So I may have to do some adjustments as I go, but I'll see how this pans out. Okay. So I'm going to get in all my lines first, and then I'll worry about where my trees are going to go later. So my horizon line is about 1/3 from the top. And then there's only a little bit of sky showing.
Right.
Okay, it's called Mirror Lake, this one. Okay, I'm just gonna screen share for a minute. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's the original. So you can probably see why I simplified it. It's a beautiful painting, but not
Yeah.
really achievable in a couple of lessons, you know. It's a lot of detail, a lot of different colors and contrasts, and but I did like the composition. What's interesting is, depending on who photographed it, can you see the color variations of just the reproduction of how it was printed? So depending
Wow.
on, so that one is like more browns again, just because it was printed as an art card. This one has been enhanced, so you can see the colors. Because
I like
obviously
that one.
over time, that's the one I based mine on, the bright colors. Over time, these paintings do fade, so sometimes they enhance them just to you know, bring back the former glory of when they were freshly painted. So yeah, that's the kind of, but yeah, very interesting, the brushstroke. So I'm gonna put this into the chat. Let me see if I can copy the link. No, I don't know how to do it, sorry. Okay. I think I know how to do it. Hold on, I'm gonna move this into the chat. There you go. I did it. Okay, you should have that in the chat now. So I'll leave this up, and at any point you want to refer back to it, I can just screen share again and bring it up. So I'm going to leave that up. Okay. So you can see I simplified mine a lot. So okay. So I'm just going to work on my sketch a little bit more. So there is a little island in the middle. And the island has two sort of little levels here. And this one's a little bit longer. And then there's another little one right in front here. And then one behind it. Yeah, beached whales. That's all I can look at now. Okay. And then there's like an island, a bigger one just out here.
I wanted to get the beached whales out of my head, so I'm now seeing ice cream scoops.
Ice cream scoops, yeah. I get it. But the rocks up north are very smooth, aren't they? They are all kind of bring this down a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to raise this line up ever so slightly, my horizon line. And then there is what looks like an igloo here. Looking at his original one. Oh, I just realized you can't see my, can you see my thing? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just referring to the original. Oh my goodness, I keep nearly dipping into my tea. Okay, there's a little mountain here. There's two little rocks over here jutting out.
Julie, after this one, can you stop for a sec?
Absolutely.
I've already got confused.
After I've done this, I'm going to show you my screen share again so you can compare yours. I'm going to do that now. Oh, I wonder if I can, okay. If I do this, can you see my drawing and the computer screen, or what can you see?
You're too small. If you can reverse what you've done.
Okay. That didn't work. All right, let me try again. I can't see what you're seeing. That's what's frustrating.
What I mean, like make your desktop, what we saw was the original huge and the desktop tiny. If you reverse it, like, yeah, make that one small, and like you had the desktop right, but make the original small.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I can't reverse them. I don't know how to do it.
Thanks for trying.
No, I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. It's a little bit, I need IT support and I don't have any. Well, have a look at the original whilst I've got it up.
It's okay. It's more important that we see yours because we have
Yeah.
to see your lines.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm just flashing it. I'm just flashing up for you for a minute so you can have a look while Karen's catching up.
Well, I need to see your line. I don't need the original. I need yours.
Yeah, I need yours. Thank you.
That's what I need.
So we're not doing reflection in the water then, eh?
We'll put that in later. I'm not going to
Okay.
make you sketch that out.
Yeah. Too confusing,
Yeah, it'll be too many lines. I just want you to see the basic shapes.
yeah. Okay. Mhm.
Okay, that's just as good as it's going to
Yeah, if we do all the lines, it will just get confusing for you.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm really not gonna do all of the lines. I just wanted you to get the basic shapes in. Okay, the only other thing I'm gonna sketch in
Oh,
is our little trees. So I'm just gonna use my round brush. And I'm just putting in like roughly where they're gonna go. So I'm using my round brush to just draw the lines. So we've got beach whales and stalactites or little torpedoes. Did everybody get the recording okay from last week? I'll take that as a
I found it didn't work for me for some reason. I don't know why. I was trying it on the weekend,
it didn't work.
but I just worked from your sketch. Yeah, I just worked from your sketch. Well, I'm not sure what happened, but
Did anybody else have issues with the recording?
I did. And I think I've blown it off in the middle of the night. Last night, yeah, anyway.
Can you let me know if it doesn't work? Because at least
I
I'll have
will.
time to fix, because it worked my end. So just let me know if it doesn't work, so then I can look into it.
Thanks.
I hate to bother you. I hate to bother you on the weekend. That's when I usually do my catch up.
Oh,
So,
that's okay. I'm trying not to.
But I could check it earlier. So
I'm trying not to work as much at the weekend because Ken and Dean have been complaining that I'm constantly on my computer doing work. So I'm trying to do it more during the week. But I mean, a quick it's not working is fine. If you get a chance to look at it before the weekend, that would be great. Because say I'm just trying to give them a bit more family time. Because having my own business,
I don't blame you.
I tend to work like 7 days a week, and a lot of the time I'm kind of checking things in between family stuff. So I'm just trying to not do that as much and have a bit more work-life balance. But
Good for you. We all need boundaries.
yeah,
No, that's good. That's really good.
it's hard though, because most
Yes.
of my inquiries come through over the weekend for new work, and yeah, I kind of need a secretary but can't afford one, so
Can you are you on on Outlook? You can just set up to train your clients that emails are not responded to.
I have done. Yeah, I've just said that emails are not responded to at weekends, and I've just said that my admin time is basically Monday afternoons, because I'm doing this with you Monday mornings, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday between 9 and 3. So I've just said, because I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights from 4:30 onwards till 11. And then weekends, I say I'm trying to do family stuff. So my actual time in front of a computer is very little, because I'm either teaching or, doing my other job. But yeah, I could do with a receptionist really, but I find the out of office has been working, because it just manages expectations that I won't be able to reply. I do have a lady who I'm doing a course for at the moment for her organization, and she always messages me at the weekend and then says, I messaged you Sunday afternoon. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to reply Sunday afternoon.
Julie, these black trees, are those the finished product?
No, just doing an underpainting. Yeah. And it's just roughly showing where they are. Yeah, they don't have to be perfect.
So I have to admit, I'm doing my sketch in pencil.
Okay.
So I put these black trees in at the very end.
Yeah, just put them in at the end. It's just so we roughly know where they are. Oh, there's a sneaky one over here I noticed on the original. There's a little sneaky one just here.
Let's rename this painting the Sneaky Tree.
The sneaky tree. Yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm just gonna run upstairs and get my hair dryer for this. Okay, won't be a second. I say I packed up all my stuff for an event yesterday. When I got there, they were like, "Oh, we cancelled it. Didn't you get the email?" I'm like, "No, check my email. It wasn't there."
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Susan, I didn't know you were at the McMaster paint night. I was
Yeah.
only at one.
The only reason I knew is I remember seeing you on the headshots, and then I forgot about it until you showed the painting at one of Julie's classes.
Oh, okay. I wondered because I didn't notice you, but I found that class. It was good. The teacher was great, but I was way behind.
Oh, I think everybody was.
Yeah, yes, it was a lot to do in, what was it, an hour and a half or something, and people were joining later from Calgary and other places. It was interesting, but yeah, I redid it actually on one of maybe the later class that you saw.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly dry this. Won't be a second. Now, I'm not going to make you do the lights and darks today. We're going to jump in and put color on straight away.
What color will we be starting with, Julie?
We are going to do sky and water first. So we're going to be doing white, yellow, ochre, and a little bit of our phthalo green. If you don't have phthalo green, you can just get your blue out and we'll mix it. So yellow, ochre, white, and a little bit of phthalo green. Or if you have that aqua green, I know some people have got that, you know, that aqua green, that you can use that. So either phthalo green or aqua green. Oh, I can't think of any nicer way to start the week of my March break than painting with you. This is so nice.
If I don't have ochre green, I can use rust sienna with regular yellow.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you don't have yellow ochre, then don't worry, you can just use regular ochre. Do you have violet at all? Or do you have a brown? Or raw sienna. Just do raw sienna with your yellow and white. That's fine.
Okay.
Can you point on the screen to which color we're making?
We're doing the water.
Oh, okay.
So this is different from the original. So I'm gonna, again, can you see your original?
Yes.
This is different. So it's up to you how true you want to be to Frank. You have to choose if you want to do Frank or Julie.
The
So
what-
Frank's is a lot more,
with blue.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this open to interpretation. And if you want to go completely different and do your own, I want to have flexibility with this one, so you can, do what feels good.
So if I want to use like a bluish water,
Yeah, use
can I use a phthalo green with white and a bit of blue, or no?
if you want to do bluey water, you could just do pure blue if you want. I mean, it's your whichever color speaks to
yeah.
you. Yeah.
I guess too dark. My blue is ultramarine.
Yeah. So but once you add because we're gonna transition the pale yellow into it, so that will make it a bit greener.
Ah, okay. Okay, good. Mhm.
So I'm going to use this little piece of paper to show you the colors. Get my brush. So it's mainly white. I'm just putting a tiny bit of yellow ochre in to warm it up. So again, I'm going to show you on that little piece of paper.
What size of brush are you using now?
I'm using a 1/2 inch. So, so this is my top of my sky. Oh, that's not really showing up very well, is it? There we go.
Oh, it
It's
looks
just-
like a brilliant yellow.
No, this is white with yellow ochre.
Oh, okay.
And then for the bottom, because I personally wanted a greener bottom, but I mean, I'm using the Windsor blue, which is basically like an ultramarine, or you could even do cobalt with some a little bit of brown in it. So if I mix that in with my yellow ochre, it will give me that greeny color. Or you can use your aqua green, or you can use phthalo green. So I'm just going to show you what color that is. So it's a greeny blue. So I just basically took my blue and added the yellow ochre that I'm going to be transitioning down into. So I'm going to show you on my little piece of paper here what that looks like. So I'm going to start with that blue with yellow ochre, and then I'm going to be adding white and yellow ochre and transitioning down. Can you see that the colors that I'm using? So it's I'm going to actually write this down because I know Sandra can't really hear right now. So
Excuse me, is it marine blue or can I use turquoise? It sort of looks turquoisey.
it's gone turquoise because I've added the yellow ochre in it. So I'm gonna write.
It's okay. I can hear now. The alarm stopped.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be useful for you to see anyway. So yellow ochre. And this is, I'm going to show you what the pure color looks like by itself. So that is Windsor blue. But when you add yellow ochre and white to it, that's the color you get. But So this one you can get with either yellow ochre and this one, or I never know how to spell phthalo. The teachers in the room tell me how to spell phthalo.
Would it be PH?
Thank
PH.
you. Thank you.
That's my gut. I don't know.
Yeah, phthalo green or aqua green. So that's most colors. There's quite a few different ways of making them. So there you go.
Okay.
So that'll be in the recording as well. But if you don't like my colors, do blue and white. I mean, it's up to you. And I actually really like when people do something different from me. I love it when people go rogue on me. Go rogue. Rebel. Do your own thing. I want more rebellion.
Are we painting like one color the bottom and one color the top of the lake?
We're going to
Or,
do a transition, and the sky is
yeah.
going to be the same, just a tiny bit lighter. So whatever
Okay.
you do in the lake, do it in the
Mhm.
sky.
Okay.
So this color, which is my Windsor blue and yellow ochre and white, I'm going to make a significant amount more. It's really neat when you see these two mixing together. So I'm putting my yellow ochre and Windsor blue together, and then I'm adding some white.
When I mix it, it always, maybe I make the patch too big, you know, as I'm mixing, because then I never have enough.
Yeah, keep it small.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
also have that wet palette underneath. You need the moisture underneath.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you lose your trees. We can put them back in later. I'm gonna very roughly go around them. I'm not really sorry, trees. Not really worrying about my trees too much.
How did you get it bluer? Maybe
It
I
might just be the juxtaposition of the red against the.
Oh, because I use the bright aqua green.
Right.
Yeah. What should I tone it down with?
No, don't worry about what mine looks like. It might be the juxtaposition of the put
Mine
more yellow,
looks really-
put more, this is with more yellow ochre and white in it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's me.
Yeah. It went a bit too dark, because once I put it against the red, it goes darker. So it's also, mine is drying crazy fast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is much darker than I want it to be, so I'm gonna lighten it in a minute. It didn't look this dark on my palette. So I'm gonna start at the top with my white and yellow ochre and work my way down. Oh, I can't wait till it's gonna be warmer this week. It's gonna be so nice.
Okay, what am I doing here?
Julie, what color did you put up at the top?
So this is white and yellow ochre, but my brush had a bit of blue in it by accident. So I'm going to be doing another layer because it went bluer than I wanted. So it's supposed to be white and yellow ochre.
Okay.
I'm just going to clean my water because I think my water got really dirty and it's affecting my colors. Just going to go change my water. Won't be a minute. That's better. Clean water now. Okay. Let's try that again. I'm going to celebrate and start a new palette. I think this one finally is. Too old.
Excuse me, Julie, I'm a little behind. So is that white and a pale blue around the distant islands?
So we're going to do this transition, white, yellow ochre, and your blue or your green aqua green.
Okay, thank you. I'm actually using turquoise, but so
Nice.
I'm doing my own color scheme
No,
here.
I love it. I love it. So you can use this turquoise is really nice. I just didn't know if everybody had it. So that's why I was using the blue. But the turquoise works really nice. But you can also make it with your blue. I'm going to start that again.
So you start with your base of the white and then add the other colors?
Yeah, so I start with white and yellow ochre.
Sorry,
That's
I got a
better.
little
Oh my
behind.
goodness. The difference between, no, I'm starting again, Leanne, if it makes you feel any better. The difference between clean water and dirty water is amazing. It went so muddy and dirty because my water was dirty. No, don't worry, Leanne. I'm slow today as well.
I see every stroke of my paintbrush. Nothing is firm color. It's not nice. I don't know what to do.
It will, it's just I would err more on the white side because then you can put your color on top. It's just because we're painting over a strong background.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Create an underpainting with a very bright white, and then the second layer will be much better. We'll all be doing a second layer, I expect, unless anybody's got really expensive heavy body paints.
Oops.
Oh, another brush casualty. I always think of that Queen song. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. I don't know about you, but my paints are drying so fast today.
Yes.
We've obviously had a lot less humidity today.
Yeah, mine too.
Excuse me, Julie,
Hi.
which way is our light source coming?
I feel like the light source is coming this way, kind of almost from behind and forwards.
So the lower right?
But no, sorry, I'm giving you the wrong information because I had my palette covered up. It's coming from this way. See with the
So the lower left.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Told you I'm not on the ball today.
Because I'm always saying the other left.
The other left, yeah. I can't believe how dry my canvas is today. This is frustrating how dry it is.
Oops.
I've totally got that in my head now. Another one bites the dust song. Doesn't help, I got a window open behind me. So this isn't perfect. I'm going to let it dry because I'm going to do a second layer, but I am going to do the same in my sky. No more fire alarms, sis. Sandra?
Yeah, I'm lucky they turned it off in 20 minutes instead of an hour.
Oh
Boy.
Goodness, that must just be like, what about people who can't get out? They have to just sit there
Well,
and listen to it.
yeah, there's some people that in this weather, they wouldn't want to go to the street for the fire drill. Some older people in my building, so, you know, they would just have to put in earplugs. I did, I put in earplugs.
Wow.
Sheila Domiger, Sheila Domich, or one of it.
Hi.
Oh,
So I would say just get, you know, the bare bones in. We can do a second layer later. Right now, we're just kind of figuring out where our colors are going to go. So don't worry if it's really rough and loosey-goosey, and we can put a second layer on later. Main thing is just blocking in where things are going to go. So as long as you have one thin layer down, let's work with that for now. Okay, so we're not going to worry about if it's transparent, if we can still see things, we're just going to block in. So I'm going to work on my distant mountains forwards. So I'm going to start with kind of blues and purples. So if you have purple, great. If you don't have purple, we can make it with our blue and red. So let's use more of our kind of crimson red or rosy red. So the red I'm using is the one in that Galleria set called Permanent Rose. It's basically a alizarin, it's just a little bit lighter. Or if you already have violet in a tube, you can use violet, but I'm going to work on, so this distant mountain here is going to be a bit blue. So it's a light blue. So I'm just mixing white into my blue. It's just a small little mountain here.
Can I stay with the turquoise blue? I haven't been using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a color you like, go for it. So I'm going to try and do my reflection at the same time as I'm putting in my colors. So whenever I put in a color, I'm going to look at reflecting that in the water, and I may just mute it a little bit. So I've got my blue here, so I'm going to look below and think, okay, so we've got blue there. I'm going to try and mirror that.
I thought you said that was purple.
And we're going to be doing more purples. This one is a bit more bluey, and then the purples are going to be along the top.
All right. I can do that.
But I find it easy to do the mirror while I've got the color out. That's why I said don't worry too much about the water right now, because we may end up painting over a lot of it anyway. The next one's going to be purple. This one's a bit more bluey. So the next one, I'm mixing my red and blue to make my kind of violet. So this one's in front, and it actually goes behind. It kind of dips in behind this one and carries on.
Oh, Julie, sorry, I have to ask you to repeat. Is that violet?
So this is blue. This is my Windsor blue, just with some white in it. And then this, I added some red into the Windsor blue.
Red.
Just added the permanent rose. So if you got the same kit as me, the permanent rose, I'm just putting that in with my blue, or you can use crimson.
Crimson with my turquoise?
Don't think
that might not work.
Turquoise. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Just make up a color you like.
Okay.
Be anything you want.
Okay, I'll do it.
went too dark, so I needed to put a little bit of white into the mix.
What's the blue above your little island on the left? No, lower, not the mountains, in the water. You have blue above your little island. On the painting you're doing now. To the left, yes, that.
That's a reflection of that.
Oh, reflection.
Yeah,
Oh,
reflection.
okay, thank you.
I'm trying to put in my reflections as I go, so I don't have to put them in later. So I'll be doing my purple here, and then I'll reflect it in the water below. So whenever I put something in, I'm going to try and reflect it. So I'm going to look where it went and then go, okay, so that needs to be kind of.
Do you want your reflections a bit more translucent?
Yeah, I've actually thinned down the paint a bit. Because you don't want them as bright as the mountains are reflecting. So I'm just going to do one color at a time. I'm just working on blues and purples right now.
Oh my goodness. What did you do? I totally messed up. Okay. Well,
I'm sure you didn't.
oh, I'm sure I did.
So there's a really interesting shape, which I kind of want to show you mine and then the original. So there's this kind of shape coming around, but on the original, Can you see my pointer? See this really interesting shape here? It kind of wiggles around.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a flash of turquoise there as well. To say my interpretation wasn't exactly the same, but I do really like that shape. I'm gonna try and did it kind of here, but I want to try and try better with this one. I did this painting in a paint night, so it was a speed painting. I am having a lot of trouble with things drying too fast today.
Oh, dear.
I find it's often good to, when you're doing reflections, to kind of put the canvas on its side. Oh, I've messed up. Spot the deliberate mistake.
There's only 2 words we can use in this class. It's
Oops.
or awesome. Awesome.
Oops are awesome. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a happy accident. Because it didn't belong there. It belonged there. So that was what I did. That was my oops. I hope that makes you feel a bit better. I have just as many oopses as everybody else.
It does make me feel better.
Oh my goodness. Totally put it in the wrong place. There we go. Right. Yeah, so whenever I do my reflection, I'm just doing slightly watered down paint. That was really funny. I was completely going, I had a mountain reflected floating in the sky. That was really funny. It was my oops.
Oh, my goodness. You're really going out of control here.
Me?
Yeah.
No worries. I will stop. I will just do some touch-ups.
Oh, dear.
So,
Okay.
so when you're doing the reflections of the purple on the
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you can blend them in together because they are overlapping in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm making up my own colors.
I love it.
It's going to be very different.
That's good. I like it when they're individual, you know.
It doesn't seem that we worry so much about the what do you call it? The scale, the color scale and the intensity.
No, don't worry.
Is
Just
that right?
yeah.
Like a little bit of the paleness in the background, like the ones or twos or
Yeah. Yeah.
so, yeah.
I would say on a value scale, you know, we're on quite a mid value. Your lights are going to be in the water here. That's going to be your kind of twos and in the sky. And then I do have pops of light kind of here in the foreground. And then a little bit on the mountains, but this is why we're kind of doing it slightly different. We're just doing it kind of color by color this week.